Alright, well here we are, we're all masked up. Something I thought I could talk about was what I actually use for masking paper is notebook paper. You can see there, it's clearly notebook paper. That's because I can pick up a notebook at my local dollar store or thrift store for about $1, and it's full of sheets of paper. And basically, it's in its own dispenser, and it works really well. Covers well, a little bit of tape, and basically what I got going on right here is I'm gonna spray the area here that I had touched up, and then in this area here I'm gonna try and give it a fade gray effect. That's what I want to get going on in there. See how that goes. There's the other area there that I have taped off, and then the other area that I need to get the effect on. So I'm going to lay down a little bit of primer, a little bit of paint, and then I'm going to break up my airbrush and try and get that kind of faded line right across there and see how it goes. So give me a second here and we'll set that up. Okay, well, I've already really started to spray some primer, and I got out the original color I used, which was a Krylon Smoke Gray, which was basically a gray I just grabbed off the shelf when I started doing this project. When I originally looked at the colors, I looked at them and they were like a gray and white, so I just went with a gray and a white. So this was the gray I originally purchased. I'm thinking kind of now that I won't go with the airbrush because this has one of those nozzles on it that has a tendency to have a fan tip on it, and I think I might get the effect from that. But I'm going to have to be very careful because the can is very pressurized, and I don't know that I'll get my desired effect. I'm going to have to be quite careful. I've already started to blow some primer up into the filled area that I had there, and then along the top of that, and I just kind of want to give it a blended sort of a look. I've never done anything like this before, so I'm trying to achieve it with kind of on the fly. So we'll see how my result comes out. I'm going to let the primer dry a little bit, and then I'm going to throw some paint on there. So probably not the airbrush on this one, but maybe on the Enterprise C. I don't have a compressor, so what I did was fill my tank, and I have an air tank, and I'll be using that. So I have it full right now, and that'll give me a little bit of airbrush time, and we'll see. I was going to use it on this. I still may for some sort of velocity kind of line effect on it, but we'll see as things progress. So let me get some paint down and we'll go back. Alright, well, I don't have a lot of experience with airbrushing, but I did do it. There's my airbrush there. And we'll check out the result. So, there we are right here. This is the sprayed line that I got from the airbrush. You can see that it's dark and it goes into light, and I did this on both sides. I don't have a super lot of experience with airbrush, so this is kind of a trial run for me. I get a little run there. I think that was actually in the gray. It's a little heavier on this side, but I kind of got the effect I wanted. We'll unmask it and we'll check it out, and I definitely don't want to mask this again, so I'm hoping that it kind of gets me the effect I want right from the get-go here. So I'll let it dry a little bit, I'll unmask it, and we'll check that out. Okay, well, I got the tape off, and it was kind of the effect I wanted in there. A little gray, a little white, a little blend, a little bit. I had to do a little touch up. I have lots of little touch up areas that I want to attend to. This plane is not going to be perfect, not at all, but you know, it's a learning experience. This is the first time I really broke out an airbrush, and that was a lot of fun. Again, there's the sprayed in effect I was looking for. Some areas I tried to touch up there. I need to go back. It's still a little wet and everything, so, but it's kind of the sprayed in effect. I had to go back and touch it up just a touch, and I still got to go back and sand and touch up. But like I said, this model is not going to be perfect. I'm just looking for the effect here. It's a learning experience. It's all of those things. So it's seeing what works from models, what doesn't work, what I can get away with in certain applications, and there it is. All I'm trying to do is make a decent model. I've said that I'm going to give this away, and I haven't said it to who up until now, but this is for my dad. I'm going to give this to my dad, and I hope he likes it. My dad likes military stuff, and I thought I'd make this for him. So I'm doing the best I can, getting it together. I'm trying to keep it true to form, like it's set up on the box. So I hope I'm doing a good job. I realize it's not quality, top quality stuff here, but I think in the end, when I get all the decals on and when I get all the details that I want to put on it, that you'll see it all come together, and I think I haven't envisioned pretty nicely. So it's a good look at the F-14 Tomcat as she sits today. Got to do a lot more little touch up here and there, and I'm going to throw this video together, and we'll get back to it. Got a lot of little touch up to do, but that kind of takes care of the areas I wanted to get some color down, and I did. And from here I'm going to get onto the landing gear, fix the areas that I need to fix, glue these back pieces down. Gonna do that, and hopefully we'll be getting to wrapping it up. And then I want to get the decals on. Once I do get the decals on, I'm going to weather the decals. I'm going to chip away at them and stuff. I want this plane to look like not, I don't really know, just kind of weather worn, and not so much battle. Well, maybe battle. I was considering putting a few bullet holes in some areas, but I can do that later. And so check back and we'll get more progress on the F-14A Tomcat.